Hello, welcome to snowy Alabama. There's a really interesting Senate race going on here between Roy Moore, the Republican firebrand candidate who's been faced with a slew of sexual assault claims against teenage girls, and Doug Jones, the Democrat. Here's 5 reasons why the race really matters for America. The Republican majority in the Senate is really thin, 52 Republicans, 48 Democrats and others. That means it takes just 3 Republican rebels to lose a vote. We saw that on the attempt to repeal Obamacare. 3 Republicans said no, the whole thing fell. So to lose a seat here from switching it from Republican to Democrat would be a big blow and make lawmaking tougher for Donald Trump on Capitol Hill. The Republican establishment never wanted Roy Moore as their candidate. They spent millions of dollars trying to defeat him at the primaries, and when they failed to do that, they've been pretty lukewarm ever since. This is a microcosm for a far bigger civil war in the Republican Party. You've got Donald Trump, Steve Bannon, the anti-establishment guys on one side, and then Mitch McConnell, leader in the Senate, and the other Republican leaders on the other. If Roy Moore wins here, it's 1-0 to the Breitbart team. Roy Moore has faced some very serious and detailed accusations of sexual impropriety against teenage girls. He's responded by calling them fake news and by criticising the organisations who've revealed them, in particular the Washington Post. Now that tactic is obviously similar to the one employed by Donald Trump, where he's framed a lot of his critics, CNN and the New York Times, as fake news. If Roy Moore wins, it would suggest that that fake news rhetoric does have an impact on Republican voters. The US president was wary initially to get behind Roy Moore, but in recent days has thrown his full weight of support behind him.
This guy's screaming, "We want Roy Moore." He's right.
We've seen him tweeting support. He's got the Republicans to turn back funding and financially support Roy Moore. And also he's attempted to frame Doug Jones as a critic of everything he believes in. What that means is because he's put in so much political capital, he will take a hit if Roy Moore loses.
Donald Trump, who's extremely popular in Alabama. Matter of fact, his popularity in numbers is so popular it goes off the table.
How many people here are from the great state of Alabama? Whoa.
He talked about it's so important that we elect a Republican and not a liberal Democrat who's going to be against the tax cuts, who's going to be against the bill to repeal Obamacare, he's going to be against meaningful immigration reform, he's going to be against building up our military. That's why he talked why Roy Moore is going to win.
A lot of US politicians have faced questions and allegations about the way they have treated women in recent weeks. But the Roy Moore allegations are of a different sort. They involve teenage girls, some as young as 14, being hounded or assaulted by Mr. Moore when he was in his 30s. Now he denies all the claims, but critics say if a man can win public office, become a senator, with all these allegations still out there, what does it mean for political life? And they say it would be a new low for US politics.
There are really 3 camps. There are the diehard Moore supporters who have immediately kind of discounted the allegations. There are those that perhaps never cared for Judge Moore, or the liberal Democrats who are going to vote for Doug Jones anyway. They've taken those allegations and run with them. And then there's this third group, and they're trying to figure out what to make of them and how significantly it's going to impact the election.